Hi, my name is Adil Haryuki, and today I'll be teaching you on how to make a curriculum vitae using Microsoft Word. Now before we get started on how to make a curriculum vitae, a lot of you might be wondering, what is actually a curriculum vitae? Now, a curriculum vitae is a long comprehensive document detailing your entire academic and professional career, often used for academic, research, or even for a medical position. Now, some of you might be wondering, what's the difference between a curriculum vitae, or we call it CV, or a resume?
These are the major differences between a resume and a CV. A resume is usually a one-page and concise, while a CV is usually detailed and is up to several pages long.
What content should I put in my CV? That's a great question. Well, it usually depends. Usually, a CV compromise of history of all academic and professional achievements, publication, grants, honors, and research. In my case, a university student who is applying for university should put education background, achievement and contribution, roles and leadership skills, as well as volunteer work into their CV. I think that should sums up the brief. Let's get straight into Microsoft Word and start with our CV.
Now, open up Microsoft Word and open up a blank space. Inside, press the layout menu and go to the margin button. We'll be choosing narrow as our main template. Head back to home and go to the font. You can either use Calibri or Times New Roman for this template. I'll be going for Calibri for this template. Choose the size of 12 as the main font size. Alright, so we'll be proceeding by creating styles for our template. Now highlight everything and press create style. Alright, let's name it content first. Perfect. Next, we'll do another style for our main header. So right now, let's bold our header, increase the size to 16 and bold it and change the color to red so it's more striking. Head on to create another style and let's rename this as header. After setting up our font styles, we are now going to create the contents. So let's start by writing down our name first below the curriculum vitae. I'm still going to use the same font as headers, but I'll change the color to black. Now, let's proceed to inserting a photo into our CV. Press insert, go to pictures and select this device. There, click on your picture and press insert. Rescale the picture down to appropriate size. Now scale the picture to the right and there you have it. Now, double click on the photo for us to set the photo. There, you can see the picture format. We're going to select our border, which has multiple borders. I'm going to choose the first one because it looks neat. There's also a picture border where you can set up yourself. So we'll be going with black color. Let's change the border size to 1. Alright, that looks more like it. Let's start inserting the details. We'll now start with providing a summary for our CV. For the CV, I'm going to just use simple sentences. Remember, for a summary, you want to keep it short, sweet, and simple. Just put where you are studying, what is your interest, and what is your dream future. Now this should probably settle it. Let's now head on to the education details. For the education details, we're going to insert first our year of studies first. Now I'm going to use the content for this one. Let's now write down our institution, the location of the institution, and also what course I'm studying in. If I were in the shoes of an interviewer, at first glance, it seems that everything looks the same. We are going to highlight our institution and bold it so that it appears and feels more pop out in the CV. We want to also highlight our course and choose italic. By having these fonts, it enables us and the interviewer to differentiate what is the main header and what are the details. Now, let's insert in our semester 1 GPA. I'm just going to type in 4 flat and let's continue with semester 2. Now do this for every education background that you have. insert everything. Any education qualification that you have. For example, if you have a Japanese test certificate, insert that as well. It could be really helpful and also puts you an upper hand in the interviewer's eyes. I've just realized that the spacing feels a little bit too far from each other. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight the entire details, select line spacing, and we'll be going for 1.0. That looks more neat. Now here's the main part, our achievements. Now we're going to do into a separate page. What you can do to make a separate page is you can press enter on the keyboard, or what I like to do is go to insert and insert page break. Now let's write down the achievement header. For every institution that you went to, you want to specify each and every achievement that you have. For example, I've achieved gold award and third place in the Arduino Tech Sphere competition held at UiT Abdul Selangor, and this is campus level. Specify your awards, what is the competition, where it took place, and what's the level of the competition. And you want to repeat that for every institution that you have. Moving on to the next point, we'll be doing roles and responsibilities. This is also a main highlight in the CV, as you want to see your leadership skills. Same as before, highlight each and every institution that you went through and tell them what is your roles and what responsibility that you held during those years. For example, I held as class representative in my respective class during my time at UiT Abdul. Do the same thing for every institution that you went through. Last but not least, interviewers love seeing people contribute to society. So what we're going to do is we are going to insert a volunteering work section in our CV. By inserting a volunteering work, it shows that we have contributed to society and gives us an upper hand and shows us our credibility to the interviewer. Same things as usual, write down the institution. But for this volunteering work section, you want to specify what did you do and what experience you gained through the volunteering work. Now how do we format this? First, enter, press enter again, and you'll see that it pops out as the column A. Now, but you don't want the column A. We want to change it to something more like dots. Head up and choose numbering library. There, you can see that there are options such as A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and Roman numbers. But we don't want to use those. We want to use bullet points. So head to the next button, which is for bullet points. Now, specify the volunteering work. And with that, we have completed our CV. Now, it may look simple, but what matters is it is neat, concise, simple, and compact, full of our information. Most importantly, it will definitely bring an impact, a good impact, to our interviewers. Now, we're going to save this so we don't lose the document. Head up to Files, go to the Save As button, and we have option to save in this PC by finding your respective file, or you could also press the option Browse. Now scroll through the place you want to save and save it there. I hope this tutorial helps. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. Thank you!